All right, y'all, good morning. I apologize for the delay, but we're going to talk about economic theories today. So, when we talk about economics, we talked about the four types of economic systems like traditional, market, mixed, command economies. Now, we're going to talk about some theories, okay? So, there are a couple of theories in relation to economics. The first one is going to be the classical theory. This man you've seen before, Adam Smith, he wrote The Wealth of Nations. I talked about him a little bit in the Enlightenment, but he believed that the economic theory of the classical theories, items are produced for an incentive. An example, like a baker makes bread to fulfill demands, whereas, like, that will create competition. Um, and that prices are set by the merchants, so like whatever they're willing to sell it for. Little to no government involvement. So he's going to believe in this theory called laissez-faire, which is French for hands off. So he believes that the government should have minimal involvement or minimal hands-on situations. And also it's the basis that starts capitalism. We have a capitalistic society, or we have a capitalistic economy where we have producers, which the government can be producers, but also individuals. And that ties into like your mixed and market economies as well. And then when we talk about laissez-faire economics, couple of things. Laissez-faire means let's do, hands off, or let do. And so the government does not restrict, like, there's not a lot of intervention for the economics. And in order for it to work, there are three things. First of all, you have to have capitalism, which means that the citizens or people, individuals can have business, free market economy, and then a rational market theory, which is like the idea that, like, the ebb and flow of supply and demand and how they work interchangeably, and just using like ration, like create competition, create a demand for items, and they will be sold in the economy. So then there's Keynesian, which is John Maynard Keynes. He actually lived during the Great Depression. He was close to FDR, which is Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I don't know why I said Frederick. I'm sorry. During the Great Depression, he wrote and helped assist FDR in New Deal programs to alleviate the effects of the Great Depression. FDR was president after Hoover, and the Great Depression, which was a terrible time in the 1930s. And FDR knew he had to get America out of the Great Depression because the Great Depression led to a worldwide depression. So everyone was struggling in all their nations around the world. So things like Social Security, unemployment, and etc. were programs that were created. And he believed that the government should play a bigger role in economic production. The government should provide funding to the economy to help depressions and recessions. So like an example is like for us in the modern era would be the COVID-19 stimulus checks, and the pause on student loan payments would probably be like during COVID, people were losing their jobs or not working. So they did not have the means to survive. So the government kind of threw money into people's pockets to help them make a living, make the ends meet, and then like pause student loan payments because some people weren't even able to go to work, or they had been let go because their job didn't exist during the pandemic. So that's kind of like that idea there. When we talk about it though, two comparison points you want to look at, and just take a moment. You don't have to add this part to your notes, but just something you want to look at is the philosophies between socialism and communism. There's some similarities and differences there. So just take a brief moment, pause the screen. I just want you to look over it, read it, and make yourself a little familiar. The next thing we're going to talk about is the Industrial Revolution.